Hickok 45 here, and as you can tell, Keltec University is at it again. Got a new version of the Sub2000. Yeah, Gen 3 this is. I believe this one's Gen 2. They're both 9mm, and just borrowed this one from Buds and thought we would shoot it some and see what we think of it. How about that? It's got a weird barrel that twists around. How's that? Now it's new, kind of stiff, but I think it's locked up. So let's just see if it will work. Got a red dot from aim point on it. Thought I'd do that because that's one of the nice features of the Gen 3. It's easier to store an optic on it if you want to. All right, what do you think, Clyde? Let's put the safety off. All right. Clyde doesn't like it. He says it hurts too much. I think the gong likes it. Nah, gong didn't like it. All right, we're empty. The bolt didn't stay back. I guess it doesn't stay back, does it? Okay, we'll explore that as we move along. So we're clear. I'll put the bolt all the way back. And here we go. That's it. It's not a dramatically different animal. Let's see, how do you, yeah, oh, that's not it, it's over here. Yeah, okay, open this one up. And they're similar, of course. It's not some dramatic overhaul where you don't even recognize it or anything, but it's different. You know, this one closes up, you know, just folds back on itself. It doesn't twist or anything, so that's one of the disadvantages of the older ones. You couldn't put an optic on the top of it and you know, still fold it up. Take advantage of that foldability, right? And that is, I guess, the single biggest difference. Again, this one's stiff, is that you're able to have an optic because you can twist it around and lock it up just like that. So you can have your optic on there, and you still have that small footprint. Put it in your briefcase, in your cargo pocket, or wherever it'll fit. All right. I don't know how much value that is to a lot of people, but I mean, they do fold up into a small package, and you have to say that that's one of the advantages, I guess, of it. You got a shoulder firearm, and most people are going to shoot a shoulder firearm better than a handgun. And if you're inexperienced with a handgun, I think the equation changes. I think if you shoot a handgun a great deal, at normal distances, you can pick up a Glock 17 or an M&P or something, or a SIG, and there's not going to be a tremendous amount of difference in what you can hit at combat distances, whatever that is, right? But if you're someone who hasn't shot a handgun much and you have a hard time hitting the bullseye right there, okay, almost anybody who has shot, ever touched a gun, could stand here with one of these carbines and pop all these plates. Maybe not fast, but you could bear down on them and hit them, you know. Whereas with a handgun, if you're just not very proficient with one, you might shoot a while and not hit one, you know, flinch and all that kind of factor. So it depends on your skill level, I always say, with a carbine. So how much? Biggest difference, again, like I said, is the fact that the barrel twists like that, so you can put an optic on it. And of course, you notice too, you have the Picatinny rail top and bottom. It's on the side now. What happened? Well, you know, it's actually on the bottom. And let's open her up again. Push this button right here. You got a little bit different, and then you got to twist it around. Now this was new, so I have to kind of snap it hard or it won't lock in. And yeah, your Picatinny rail, top and bottom, full rail, and M-lock on both sides. So man, you are set. You could put 3 toasters and a light and a laser and whatever you want to put on that thing. You could make it a not very handy little folding carbine, couldn't you, in a hurry? So interesting animal, and as that's the biggest difference. Some others, you notice the bolt locks back on either side. You can pull it back and you got the groove cut there, whereas this one is just on one side. So I guess you could say it's it's more ambi. All right, plus you got a little bit bigger knob, a little bit more convenient to use. What else? The trigger has been kind of overhauled. It's supposed to have different springs. It's an aluminum trigger. It does feel better than the trigger on that one. I like where it breaks. Better trigger. You got threaded barrel. They've molded a little, a brass deflector here onto this one. I don't think you have that so much on this one. Anything else? The grip's got a little bit different cut. I saw somebody saying it was a good bit shorter, but I don't know, it's really not shorter much. It's just got a cut out there where you can get the mag out. I guess it gets stuck on you a little bit. But it's designed for a Glock 19 mag or 17 or Glock 18 mag, whatever. But a Glock 19 mag is the smallest one you can put in, a 15 rounder, okay? Glock 26 mag would not connect, okay? So you need at least a Glock 19 mag. And, and then right on up. So these are not a mystery to many folks, right? They've been around a while. I think they're so unique that everybody knows about them, right? You might not have been aware of the Gen 3. And I've been negligent really in shooting that. You probably haven't even seen me bring it out for a Sunday or anything in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know. It's not because I don't like it or hate it or anything. They seem to work. I had one in 40 caliber. I guess we did a video or two with it, and I got the 9, and they work. They're small for me, of course, because I'm a big ugly guy, and they're just a little ugly gun. But I don't know, they shoulder okay. I don't know, really I should like it better than I do. Sort of been fun to reacquaint myself with it. Let's put another mag in it and shoot. It'll take the extended mags, of course, whatever is appropriate. Ah, man, overloaded that one. So let's take a couple shots. I haven't worked too much with the size, but I just popped this on here and I got it in the ballpark. Might be a large ballpark, but it's in the ballpark, I think. Yeah. Feels pretty good. It's a handy little carbine. It'll even pop plates. Had to get that plate out of the way. I couldn't see the cowboy or that bowling pin. Little pistol caliber carbines are just fun, as I always remind you, right, whenever I have one out. You just want to keep shooting until they're empty. And so, I haven't had a malfunction with it. We'll probably have one today. I shouldn't have said that out loud, huh? And this one does not come with, this one difference, another difference. It doesn't come with sights like the other one did. It's left up to you to put whatever you want on it, an optic or some whatever, in-bus or some kind of sights on it. And, I don't know if it was mine, and it was a key part of my battery, self-defense battery or whatever, what I would end up with on it. I'm kind of a minimalist, and on this little firearm, that sight, and that's a fairly small aim point, H2, but it's as big as the gun, some little flip-up sights would be cool, except it's hard for me to get down on the stock, and if the sights are too low, so you might as well be sticking up that high in a lot of ways. So again, to make sure we're clear, bolt back. You pull the trigger guard to open it. Okay, and then you twist it in either direction. Okay, so it's really ambi, see, that way or this, depending on how it makes sense for you. And these are kind of guns that are kind of weird. You feel like you're pointing it at yourself and everything, but again, if that's where the bullet goes, it's pretty safe. It's pretty easy to see whether it's loaded or not, right? And the bolt's back in there, so it ain't gonna fire. If it does, we're in the twilight zone, right? But still, you want to avoid muzzling yourself when you can. So I don't know. I don't have any problems with these things. They're kind of nifty. They really are. They are. Website. So in order to shoot it, though, I probably need to open it. Push the button, release it, twist it around. Boom. There we go. Now, I think I have some, it's pretty lipstick ammo, 150 grain ammo. All right, Let's see if it'll work. You know, whenever you put a suppressor on 9mm especially, you're never sure what kind of results you're going to get. I love it. You can hear Clyde, the ring. Let's see how the cowboy sounds. Yeah, there's a 2-liter down there sounds. Yeah, you can hear it slap into it. I kind of like that. Let's get that orange one. Yeah. Let's slap one into the buffalo over there. There you go. And how about Mr. Gong? Whoops. Oh no, didn't get Mr. Gong. Need more ammo. You know, of course, so much of what we do with firearms are just for fun, right? Anyway, but you know, if you suppress this and plan to conceal it, you have more of a challenge. It turns into a normal size firearm when you get a big suppressor on it, doesn't it? But it's fun and easy to do. It's great that it's you know, threaded. You got the threaded barrel comes with it. I think that's what Keltec tried to do. People over the years have, I guess, created almost a cottage industry of people making things for these aftermarket companies and ways to, you know, get Picatinny rails on or whatever, and you know, threaded barrels and everything else. I think they tried to make this Gen 3 like ready to go, you know, from the factory. So if you got one, tell us what you think about it. I've never been quite sure what I think about these, whether I love them or hate them. Well, I wouldn't hate it, of course. That would be mean. Yeah, like I say, with a suppressor, you never know if you're going to get enough gas there, depending on the ammo you're using. Okay. There we go, and get up high enough. I still have trouble with that red dot. It's blurry. I actually get 2 red dots out of it with my right eye, the astigmatism. But that's fluid. How about a bowling pin right here? Right here. Click. Does that mean we're empty? Yeah, it does. Okay. So it is a different operation, that bolt underneath there like that. I have to get used to that. If I carried this all the time, I'd get used to it. So anyway, you know, there it is. They sell for around $400, $450, I think, depending on where you get them. You know, I think they weigh about 4 pounds without a suppressor on them, maybe without the sight, I don't know. And I think they tend to work. You know, I don't see a lot of controversy about their operation. It's just kind of an unusual firearm, kind of smallish. And if you have a desire for a pistol caliber carbine that you want to go out and plink with, enjoy at the range a lot, or compete with, it might not fit into that category. There are others that are, I don't know, more robust or bigger. They don't fold up, don't need to fold up, perhaps, that maybe are convenient to shoot, that you're fine with. You don't need one that folds up to almost go into your cargo pocket or briefcase. But I really got to admit, it's really innovative and interesting, and it really is. And something just came to my mind that just also left my mind to remind you of about it, and it is not coming back to me. What was it? But pretty cool firearm. Might be something you'd want to consider. You might not even been aware this thing existed. The way it folds up and everything. And for those of you who love optics, you're younger than I am, which is all of you, right? And you just can't imagine using iron sights, and that might have been one of the big problems for you, you know, with this firearm or a firearm like this. Well, now you can pop an optic on there and still fold it up. So get the Keltec Sub2000 Gen 3. Pretty interesting firearm, and we really appreciate y'all coming out and supporting all the people. I was going to shoot some Underwood. No, I didn't do it. Well, let me shoot just a couple. You thought I was gone, didn't you? Let me shoot just a couple of rounds of Underwood. I was going to make sure it feeds hollow points for you. I'd hate for anyone out there to get kilt for lack of shooting back, right? Because you're carrying hollow points. So I'll shoot a couple of hollow points through it. Okay, these are pretty warm, I think. All right, then I'll let you go. Yeah, you never know when you're going to get rid of me, do you? These are not subsonic, so they won't be that quiet. I should probably put my ears on. Yeah. Click. Okay. Fed them. So there. Now I can let you go. Okay. So we have fired hollow points and it fed them. And that might be what you would be carrying in it, you know, hollow points anyway, if it was a defensive firearm for you. So Sub 2K it's called by some people, but it's the Keltec Sub2000, and I'm glad you came out to take a look at it with me. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com, and also while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.